Hi, this is Andrea with Envy.3gp, and today I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on how to create button boutonnieres. I made this particular one for my sister-in-law when she got married, and her groom and all of the groomsmen wore these. So it's a clever way to create a boutonniere that will last forever. So here's the supply list. First, you'll need a pair of pliers that also have the ability to snip wire. You'll need to purchase some cloth floral wire. This particular set of wire I believe I got at the local craft store. You will need a set of 3 cover buttons. Now if you don't know how to cover a button, in a previous tutorial where I created button earrings, I have shown you how to cover a button. So you'll want to take a look at that. You'll need 3 sizes. This is a size 60. You'll need a 45 and a size 36. You'll also need some floral tape. You'll need some really thick, heavyweight home decor fabric, home decor weight. Get it in a green color because you'll be creating the leaf out of this. You'll also need to pick up some Stitch Witchery fusible bonding web. This creates a really strong web between these 2 pieces of fabric that will allow you to make your leaf look nice and stiff so that you get this really great effect where you can bend it. It looks a little more realistic that way. Then you'll need some coordinating ribbon, and last of all, a pin for the boutonniere. So let's get started. After you're through covering your buttons, you'll need to pull out your floral wire and create the stems for these buttons. You'll need a piece about this big, so we'll get out our wire snips. And cut that off. Gotta get that centered in the middle there. There we go. This is the trickiest part of this tutorial, and that's getting a good tight bond around the back of this shank here. So you want to insert the floral wire into the back, and then you're going to pinch it around and wrap the wire around the shank in the back. So you'll need to spend a few minutes getting a nice tight bond. Now, mine looks a little bit wobbly, so what I like to do is use a little bit of hot glue, but it's not necessary. You can play with it more and get a really good tight bond without it. But today we're going to use some hot glue. Set that down and let it bond. Once you're done with that, you'll wrap the other 2, so you'll create stems like this. Then you need to prepare your fabric. You'll need to cut out 2 small squares from your home decor weight fabric. Cut out a piece of Stitch Witchery around the same size. You'll take that, so let's go ahead and do that now. These packages come with a lot. And you don't have to be really precise when doing this. You just have to make sure that you get enough so that the pieces of fabric will be bonded together throughout the entire leaf. You want to place that on the fabric. Get your floral wire again. This will be the stem for your leaf. And you're going to create a sandwich with the bottom layer of fabric, the webbing, the floral wire, and then your top piece. Place them on top of each other, and then take this to your ironing board. You'll need to set your iron to its highest heat setting and allow this to steam. Then the fusible webbing will go ahead and bond the 2 pieces of fabric together, and when you're done, you'll end up with a piece that looks like this. Now we're ready to cut the leaf out. So you want to grab your scissors, start down at the bottom, and you're just going to create a nice leaf shape. It doesn't have to be perfect. The fabric is already nice and stiff from using that fusible webbing. Okay, now that you've cut that out, you'll be able to bend your leaf, because the wire's inside, and make it look a little bit more realistic. So now you're going to take all 3 of your pieces. I've already wrapped the wire around the other button sets. And you're going to put them together in a way that you think looks nice. So for my other boutonniere, I put them together like this with the leaf behind them. So let's get our floral tape ready. And out. Okay. You want to hold these together and squish those wires together firmly. Now once you tape this, you can play with it a little bit more and get it to look just how you want it to, because you've got the wires, so it allows you to bend it. So pinch that with your fingers there. Now get your floral tape out. And we're just going to wrap a whole bunch of this around the base here. And you want to get a good amount too, because the floral tape will actually be the part of the stem that you are able to stick that boutonniere pin through. So you need to have it fairly thick so that it's easy for you to pin on to the suit. So we'll just keep wrapping this. That should be about enough. Okay, now that we're to this point, just arrange your boutonniere until it looks the way you want it. So now we want to even off these stems. Get your wire cutters out again. And let's snip those off. Get the rest of that cloth off of there. Okay, now that we're evened out, you just need to tie your ribbon around the base. And we'll do one more piece here. Let's see if I can get this through. You can spend some time playing around with it and get that ribbon to lay just right. I tied it fairly quickly, so once you're done with that, you'll stick the pin through. And you're done. You've made a button boutonniere. Visit us at fabricenvy.com for more great tutorials. Thanks.